The Crew 2 is a multi-discipline racing game that's all about fame, fortune, and furious fastness. Let's ride!
3, 2, 1. This is a sequel to the 2014 racing game The Crew, which copped a fair bit of criticism for being online only, meaning you had to have an internet connection to be able to play.
Whilst I'm a huge fan of everything being connected, this did present technical issues for some users. And once again, the Crew 2 is online only, so you can't choose to play the game offline. But that doesn't mean it's all about multiplayer. The connectivity is there largely just to populate the open world with real human drivers going about their business. You can form a party with other players, but the focus is on single-player driving.
The game focuses on you gaining fans and followers by winning races and doing cool moves, a bit like the Forza Horizon series. But it's not just cars that you'll be taking for a spin.
That's right. Cars, boats, planes, motorcycles. There's a whole array of high-powered vehicles to speed about in. You'll use these in different race types, and there's a wonderful variety. Whatever tickles your fancy, there's a little something for you.
I really like the off-road and motocross racing. Getting muddy as you carve your own path through the countryside in a four-wheel drive is so much fun. And the bikes feel fast and fragile, giving you a real sense of adrenaline as you zip through the course. Getting dirt on your wheels while the country radio station plays is splendid.
The devil's got you.
I can't go past a nice closed track, so it was all touring cars and drag racing for me, which was a cool shift in gear. Drag racing gives you 3 runs to set the fastest time, having you change gears manually for top speeds.
You can't come back from this. You're wrong.
While touring is classic track racing. I love having that space to try and find my driving line. Nothing is quite as satisfying as cleanly gliding around a corner.
Never heard of it. Thankfully, the Crew 2 is a little more forgiving of your creative driving, more so than simulation-focused racing games are. This allows for my personal favourite method of driving, fast and reckless. My car is a bowling ball and these buildings are my bumpers.
That's not to say it's all smooth sailing, though. It only takes one bad corner to throw off all your momentum and take you from first place to last, especially in street racing. Not only are you contending with tight corners, but also unsuspecting motorists just going about their day. Some of these races can be really challenging, but you'll be helped along the way by some sneaky shortcuts. Keep an eye out for alternate paths or ramps that can send you flying towards victory.
My top tip is to figure out what's breakable and what's not, so you know which corners you can cut. You can plow through much of the environment, causing destruction and shaving precious seconds off your time.
But if you're tired of road vehicles, you can always take this party to the sea or the sky. Aerobatics has you racking up points by doing cool tricks in your little plane, though I didn't find this as fun as racing. Like most of the vehicles in this game, the plane handles quite well, with a nice balance of realistic challenge and arcadey fun. But I did find it a little bit slow, and it wasn't the most exciting of the other modes.
Yeah, for me, the least enjoyable were the boats. Pulling back on the left thumbstick helps to make your boat go faster, but constantly having the thumbstick engaged made it harder to make those small adjustments to steering, leaving me careening off course.
That being said, it is helpful to have a go at some of the races you maybe don't love, because there's always something to be gained. Each race has an objective, such as finish in the top 3, which will win you a bounty of followers, money and vehicle parts. But you still get a small reward just for finishing. You can also use these parts to customise your vehicle and give you that competitive edge.
Or you can just roam across the open world, finding challenges as you go. But I found this got boring quite quickly. I need the tension of a race.
I actually quite like just cruising across America. The map is absolutely enormous, and they did a great job of compressing such vast distances, but still giving you the feel of a whole country, with so many different landscapes and some really spectacular lighting. I thought it was gorgeous.
It's not bad, but it's not as stunning as something like Forza. Though, to be fair, that game has set the bar really, really high. The Crew 2 isn't quite as realistic as we've come to expect, and there are some really shonky moments of animation. At times, it feels a bit like a game that was made maybe 5 or 10 years ago, but to be honest, I don't really mind, because the driving is exactly what I want. It's fast, it's fun, and it's forgiving.
I was a bit disappointed there weren't more races where you transition from road to sky to sea all in the same race, like you do in the game's intro.
And now live goes to the extreme.
It was awesome seeing the world twist in on itself as you changed vehicle. You can switch on the fly in free roam, but I would have loved to see more of it in the actual racing challenges.
Yeah, and while there's tons of different race types on offer, there's definitely more of some types and far fewer of others. But all in all, I had a blast in the Crew 2. The driving is focused on being arcadey and fun, and I just wish there was split-screen multiplayer. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 rubber chickens.
I don't think this will win over many sim racing fans because it is quite silly and casual, but it's a fun game to just hoon around in with tons to do. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.